Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a dress down type of video. I haven't done one of these in quite a while when it comes to progress update, but I thought I would sit down and just kind of do this progress update with no makeup on so that you can see my skin and its current situation. So I have a ongoing series on my channel, and it is my cystic acne skincare update. I started this probably back, I want to say early 2015, late 2014. I've had quite a bit of trouble with skin cystic acne bumps all over my face and my chest and my back. And for about 2 years, I've been, going to the doctor, dermatologist, seeing her on a monthly basis and trying to figure out what works best for me. Now, the last time I updated you guys, if I'm not mistaken, was probably in early 2015. Like I'm talking January, February. If not, it's 2014. I updated you guys. So with that said, I kind of want to sit down and just kind of update you on my current skin, what I've been dealing with my skin, if my issues have gone away, if they've come back, what I'm currently using in my skincare routine, just to kind of, a simple, very laid back sit down, just us girls and guys talking about skin, because let's face it, skin is with us forever until we die, and we have to take care of it. So I'm going to jump in. Okay, so with that said, I'm just going to dive in. Throughout the video, I will be showing you guys products, what's worked for me, what's not. But before I start, I just want to kind of do a little disclaimer. If you guys are having skincare problems, like skin actual issues, very severe acne in general, psoriasis, any type of skin disease or issue, I would suggest that you go to your doctor and see if you could make an appointment with your dermatologist, just because that's pretty much where this kind of came out of for me in my experience. I was not happy with my skin for the longest time. I was getting fed up because my makeup looked horrible, and I finally went to the doctor and asked for a dermatologist appointment. So, sorry guys, I'm still getting over a cold. So anyways, with that said, about 2 years ago, I went to the dermatologist for the first time. I sat down with her. I was having some serious skin care issues. Now, don't get me wrong, I take care of my skin even when I was having the cystic acne bumps. I wash my face every night. I wash my face every morning. I do a full thrown out skincare routine day and night. That does not change. I can come home at 2 a.m. and I will still wash off the makeup off my face at the sink before I even hit my head on the pillow before I go to bed. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. I always wash my face, take off my makeup before bed. That is just something I feel very strongly about. That's something that I stand by 100%, because your skin has a nose. It breathes. When you're covering it up with makeup and you don't let it breathe overnight, it doesn't have the proper essentials it needs to repair itself like it should overnight when you're sleeping. So I did go to the dermatologist. She offered me birth control to even out my cystic acne issue, which I didn't want to go on originally, because I was on birth control years ago and I had gained quite a bit of weight. I had been off of birth control for about 5 years at that point, and I was happy that my weight was coming off slowly. So instead, she put me on a medicine called spirolactolone. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I will mention it in the bottom bar, or like right here. I'll put the proper name. And so it's pretty much helps clear out all of the junk in your blood, so that you don't get acne breakouts, or you don't get the cystic acne bumps that are very painful, like I was going through. They were like all over my chest, they were all over my back, and they were on my hormonal areas of the face. So with that said, she put me on 100 milligrams a day of those. So I was taking it for about a year, and I started noticing that my period was lengthening, like my cycle. So I would get my period, and then like for 45 to 50 days, I wouldn't get it again until the next cycle, which I was a little bit concerned about because I'm young. I'm in my late 20s. For my period to be so far apart was kind of scary to me, especially because I'm at the prime stages of procreating. Not that I want to have a kid right now, but I didn't want to screw up my system. So I got a little bit concerned, and I went back after a year of being on this medication, and I said, I'm having trouble with my period cycles, and I noticed that on the potential side effects, you could have a longer period cycle. And she said that was right, and that's probably where my cycles were lengthening. So I got a little bit frightened. She brought down my dose, and I started taking 100 milligrams every other day instead of every day. And believe me, my skin had cleared up at that year point when I was on it every day. I liked the way my skin was turning out. It was really beautiful. It's very clear. I had no issues. I'd get like the 1 or 2 topical, like random white heads, like really, really tiny, that you would pop right away and they're gone. Very random, not often at all. And I was just still concerned about my period cycles because my period cycles were still 45 to 50 days apart when I was every other day taking the medicine. So I decided, okay, I have to figure something out. I ended up getting off that medicine, and I ended up going on the pill, birth control pill, hoping that it would regulate my period again. And at the same time, it would keep my skin clear, which it did. The problem was I had started the pill. I was okay for a couple months, and then about 6 months to 8 months in, I started noticing I was gaining weight, like serious weight. Like I jumped 10 pounds, and 10 pounds is a lot in a short period of time, and I was like, holy crap. My hunger levels on the birth control pill skyrocketed. I was eating all times of the day. Morning, evening, night, during the night. I would get cravings at night. I would get all kinds of snacking cravings in the middle of the night. Like I want to snack on something. I feel like snacking. I just couldn't take it anymore. Like I was having like a serious heart attack. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, what is going on with me? And it was the birth control pill. When you have a boost of hormones, that's what happens. Your appetite goes up, you gain more weight. There might be pros and cons to taking it, but for me at that time, I was like freaked the shit out. So, recently, about, when was it? June of 2016, I finally stopped the birth control pill. I stopped the birth control pill completely. I went back to the dermatologist. I asked her to put me on the spironolactone. I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, I'll leave it here. And instead, I asked her to drop the dose from 100 milligrams to 50 milligrams because I think my body was, like, the 100 milligrams was too strong for my body, and that's why my period cycles were, they were getting longer. So she started me back on the 50 milligram, and I have been taking them for a few months now. It's been close to the end of June I started, up until now. So I started back on them with a lower dosage, and so far my period has been very consistent, remains the same so far. So with that said, I have stuck to the 50 milligram dosage for now to keep all of the major cystic acne bumps away from my chest, back, and my face, because I find that really does help. But at the same time, I'm monitoring it very closely on a month-to-month basis. I see my dermatologist frequently, like once every 3 to 4 months. And I went to see her last week for a visit, and she said that, based on what my current skin is looking like, the 50 milligrams is doing pretty well. So she kept me on the 50 milligram dosage, and I'm continuing that on throughout until I see her again. I think it's in June or July of 2017 that I will be seeing her. I think it's 9 months I'll be going back to see her. So, it's been a ride for my skin, my skin health and my skin care. Now, I'm not going to show you my prescription because you don't need to see my personal information. But like I said, if you need a prescription, you have to go to your doctor, visit your doctor, tell them what's wrong, all that kind of great stuff, and they will help you find what's best fit for you, like I did with my doctor. So aside from the prescription that I take on a daily basis, I also, I do a very strong hardcore skincare, and it changes as I finish up products because I never use the same stuff over and over again. Your skin is like your hair. When you use the same shampoo for too long, your hair gets used to it and it doesn't wash, like the dirt doesn't wash out anymore. Same goes for your skin. When you're using the same skincare products for too long, like you keep repurchasing the same moisturizer, the same cleanser over and over again, your skin gets used to that formula and it will stop functioning how it should function. So I constantly rotate out all of my skincare as I use up products. For now, my current state, I'm going to show you a couple of things. So my morning routine is pretty simple because really I wake up in the morning with no makeup on. My face was washed from the night before. I'm just trying to refresh my face in the morning. So, there's no makeup on. I just had my moisturizer, my serum at night. I have been using my Estee Lauder Perfectly Clean Splash Away Foaming Cleanser. So this is a very gentle cleanser. Smells really nice, smells really clean. It works amazingly on the face. Absolutely love it. Very expensive. I actually got mine at a warehouse sale, so that's why I'm using it. Normally I wouldn't really wear, not that I would wear it, normally I wouldn't really use full-size high-end cleansers just because I was always taught that a cleanser is something that just washes off your face. So it really doesn't give you a benefit except for washing off the dirt and the oil and the makeup. Where you should focus more on your skincare is your serums, your nighttime serums, your moisturizers, stuff that actually sinks into your skin and actually gives you benefits. So, I mean, technically you can use any type of facial cleanser you really want. Anything that works with your skin is good. I like the Estee Lauder one because it's gentle and it feels very luxurious on my skin. I only got it because it was at a warehouse sale. I probably won't purchase it full size again because unless I get it at a sale, it's just too expensive. But any morning facial cleanser works. You can use any type of cleanser. It's really up to you. I just have been using this one so far and it has been really, really nice. Now, in the daytime, after I wash my face, I put on a moisturizer before I add my makeup products. And the moisturizer I've been using is the Ginseng by Origins. This is the energy boosting moisturizer. Oh, I get this at Sephora. You can get it in the sets. It's cheaper that way. You get a couple of products for the same price as a full size of this. This one is the 2.5 ounce jar. I love it. It smells like oranges. Very lightweight, not greasy. Perfect for underneath your makeup. So that's why I love this moisturizer. And it does not break me out. It's very much accommodating to sensitive skin because I can get sensitive skin sometimes. And this actually is perfect for that. So that's pretty much the morning time routine. In the evening, I like to use my makeup wipes and my makeup remover to take off the makeup first, or the most of the makeup that I have on because sometimes I wear a lot. And then I go in with a scrubby pad and my L'Oreal Revitalift Brightening Scrub Cleanser gently exfoliates dull skin. This got glycolic acid in it. So I've been using this for a few weeks now and I really do like it. It has got a grittiness to it and it does exfoliate your skin. Excuse me, but it doesn't exfoliate to the point where your skin feels raw. It's very gentle, which is why I like it, because I wouldn't be able to exfoliate my skin on a daily basis if the exfoliator was really harsh. So this one is very finely milled. You can barely even feel it as an exfoliator. It's more of a gel cleanser with a few exfoliating bits in it, but not overly exaggerating. Very, very light. Gets off makeup, dirt, oil. Doesn't make my face feel tight. So I have been loving this in the nighttime. Once I'm done that, sometimes I'll go in with a face mask. And what I've been using right now is the Beyond Belief Reveal Pore Purifying Clay Mask. This is what pulls out impurities, dirt, oil, all that junk out of your skin. This one's a white clay mask, so it's not like the Glam Glow one that I absolutely love. The Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment is probably my top favorite, but this is what I've been using right now. And it's actually pretty good. I found it at Sally's on sale for like $5.99, and I wanted to try out the line. So I did pick it up, and I'm actually almost done this. It's pretty much like at the last quarter left. And it's just a simple clay mask that, soaks up any excess oil that, you've been having. And I only use this maybe once or twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, depending on how much makeup I use. If I use quite a lot of makeup, then I will do it 3 times a week. Once I wash off the mask, or if I skip the mask after I've washed my face, I have been using the L'Oreal Revitalift Brightening Peel Pads. Now, I think these are a bit gimmicky, just so you guys know. The only reason why I like them is, you can't see because it's like pretty much whited out, but there's like white pads there. The only reason why I like them is I like to use them as like a toner. So, you know, it says that it brightens, it's a brightening peel pad where, if you go in circular motions, it peels off your skin and all that jazz. I don't really think it does. But I like it as a toner only because it takes off any excess dirt or oil that's left on the skin if, you know, if I missed it from my cleanser or my mask. So that's why I have been liking this as a toner purpose, not for like a brightening type of effect like it says on the bottle. So that's the only thing. Once these are done, I do like to use toner, like regular toner, so I would replace this with a regular toner that I would normally use. And last but not least, for nighttime, what I have been using is my L'Oreal Revitalift Bright Reveal Brightening Duo what is it called? Hydratant Duo? I can't pronounce that word at the bottom, but anyways, so the L'Oreal line that I have here has been sent to me from Influencer. And, you know, surprisingly enough, I have been enjoying their products. So, I mean, I wouldn't tell you guys if I didn't like it. The serum, it's a duo. So, it's got a serum and a lotion. I'm assuming the serum is in the red and the lotion is in the white. I really like this because it's hydrating. Like, I have this right now on my face. Like, I've washed my face for the day. I've put on my serum. It's a little bit shiny only because the serum it's fully penetrated into my skin. But it leaves, like, a glow on my skin. I don't know if you guys can tell. And I like that feeling at nighttime because at nighttime you always want to use a heavier moisturizer so that overnight your skin can repair itself as you're sleeping, and it just looks more supple in the morning when you have to go in and start your daytime routine, your skin daytime routine, and you do your makeup and all that jazz. So I have been liking this. The pump, when you pump it out, it comes out with both products. I don't know if you guys can see that. See that little nozzle there? There's 2 holes, so each product comes out of one product comes out of each hole, so one for the serum, one for the lotion. You mix it together in your hand and you pat it into your skin, and then I just sleep overnight with this on. So that's what I've been doing for the last few weeks, and I really find that my skin has been very glowy and hydrated, and it feels like I don't have dry patches at the moment. I usually have more dry patches in the wintertime when my skin is very dull or very dry, but so far, since I've been using these products, my skin has been, you know, very good, on top of the medication that I'm using with it. So I'm kind of working from both angles. I'm working from inside my body, and I'm working from outside my body as a topical regimen. So with that said, finally, you know, all I can say to you guys is skincare is a huge, huge, huge importance it should be in anyone's life, especially if you are into makeup, you're into beauty products, you put stuff on your face all the time. By stuff I mean beauty products like makeup, foundation, primer, eyeshadow, anything like that. A lot of people don't realize that they're not happy with their makeup application because their skin underneath is not properly prepped. You have to make sure that your skin is properly prepped before you apply makeup. That means exfoliate your skin so there's no dry patches, so that foundation doesn't cling to dry patches. Prime your skin. Adding a moisturizer alone can actually really help prime and prep your skin. Some girls don't even need a primer, like an actual silicone primer. They just need a good moisturizer that they can use on top of their skin, let it sink in a few minutes, and then they go in with their makeup application, and it just applies so beautifully. So if you guys are really, you know, you're in a rut, you're stuck, you don't know what's going on, you're not happy with your makeup application, take a step back and reevaluate your skincare, because I can guarantee you, I would say 85 to 90% of the time, that's probably what is the issue underneath, is that something that you're doing with your skin is not going right, and it's not reacting well when you are applying makeup on top. I feel like I just said an entire speech and a half. Oh my gosh. So that's why I wanted to, you know, come barefaced on camera with you guys, just so that you see my progress. Now, I have the links below from my previous videos. If you go back to those videos, you'll see the condition of my cystic acne and how big the bumps were. They were really large. And, you know, a lot of people that knew me and saw the video said, I can't believe you put yourself out there on YouTube looking like that. Like, I would be mortified. And I said, you know what? There's a lot of people out there that have the same problems. They don't like to talk about it. They don't like to even bring it up or they might want to fix it, but they're too shy to. And if I can help somebody out there that may have similar problems and they're really insecure about them, girl, I'm there. I hear ya. I've been there. I feel the insecurity. It is something that is a personal thing, and you have to overcome it by taking grasp of it and doing what you need to do in order to resolve the problem. Geez, there's nothing else really I can really say aside from that I have been quite happy with my skin lately. I have been quite impressed with, the transition from going from not birth control to sprolactolone, then going to birth control, and then to getting off birth control, going back to sprolactolone, and my skin seems to be doing pretty good. Now, keep in mind, I'm still on the medication, but around my period time, like around my cycle time where I'm going to menstruate, I will like randomly get an odd whitehead here or there, and that's normal because let's face it, we're human. We're not going to be porcelain, 24/7. But when it comes down to the very hard, deep, painful cystic acne, I haven't had to deal with those. It's been maybe 2 years now. I'm hitting 2 years at the dermatologist. So since I started to go see her, I haven't had that issue ever at the moment. So I'm actually pretty lucky with that. The funny thing is that when I stopped the birth control, I had about 2 weeks in between where I had stopped the birth control and I didn't go on sprolactolone right away. I waited 2 weeks to go see my doctor, and in those 2 weeks, my cystic acne came back after I was off the birth control. So I don't know if it's genetic or if it's just something in me that I carry genetically. But with sprolactolone, I couldn't take it because I would get the cystic bumps right away, like instantly. And I was really shocked because I thought I had fixed the problem and I didn't have to be on the medication much longer, but unfortunately I do. So, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this really helped you guys out and guided you in a way where, you can do whatever you need to do in order to fix your insecurity. My skin was a huge insecurity of mine. I fixed my insecurity in regards to my skin, and sometimes I get like minor breakouts, from my lovely friend, who we'll call Red. But that's just natural. It's human nature. It's Mother Nature. You can't control Mother Nature. I'm sorry. No matter how many times people think they can control Mother Nature, she ain't gonna let anybody control her. So, the products that I've shown here today, let me know if you have any questions or more detail you want out of them. I just kind of gave you a high level of what I have been doing lately with my skincare. Nothing too in depth with detail. But like I said, my skincare changes on a semi-annual basis, sometimes quarterly basis, depending on how often I finish up products. So if you guys, like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, because I do make beauty videos and I like talking to you guys, and I just like coming on here and talking to people who enjoy the same interests I do. So excuse the hair, it's up because it's a little bit hot today. Surprisingly, in Toronto, when it's fall, it's like feels like 25 degrees, so a little spurt of a heat wave, but I doubt that will last long here in Canada. I'm just getting over a cold, so I hope that will be the one time I get sick this year and then move on. You know what I mean? Before I babble on, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone! Mwah.